dream to get a touchdown on Saturday.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool experience. I'm able to tell my kids about one day. Probably no one will believe me, but it was a really cool experience just being able to be around the ball, lucky timing for me. So it was just an exciting play. I was glad to contribute and be there and just be with all the fans. It was a good time. It was a lot of fun.
Were you lobbying for the official players?
I was just lobbying for a touchdown at that point. We needed one at that time, and just be able to have that kind of ice the game and have that big touchdown. We needed it as a team, and I was just glad we got the 7 points.
I know you can't celebrate in college, but did you have in your mind what you would do after a first touchdown?
That thought had never crossed my mind before, that I would even be in that situation, so I had nothing planned at all. I just dropped the ball. I was like, I don't want to get a penalty either. Coach would be on me for that one.
Had you scored one at the lower levels before?
In Little League, believe it or not, in like 5th grade, I had a 50-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. It's the only other time I've ever scored in football. It was an onside kick, just bounced fine, and I was able to take it.
First time, I mean, you obviously started the week before, but out there against the SEC team, did you all feel like, kind of what, from week 1 to week 2, how do you feel like you all, as a group, kind of got better prepared for it?
I think we had a great game plan. Our coaches really worked hard to put that game plan together, and we studied a lot of film, studied their defense, studied the defensive coordinators' looks at the Browns. We were prepared for anything they could throw at us, and I think we had a great game plan, and everybody on the field executed it well, and we still got stuff we can clean up. But, I mean, all in all, it was a really exciting experience. Everyone came ready to play. Obviously, we wanted to get back from what we had last year against those guys, and so I think we wanted to put our better foot forward, and we prepared really well, and we're ready all week, and it was a great game for us to went out and execute.
What's been different this year compared to the last couple of years? As far as getting ready for a game and kind of some of the stuff you're all being asked to do up there?
I mean, the details matter. It's a little more intricate scheme that we're running. It's a new offense, and so we've never run that offense against an SEC caliber defense before. So we had to have our whole team's had a good attention to detail. We had a great game plan, like I said, and so we're just paying attention to all the little things and trying to fine-tune it for a quality opponent like Missouri's defense.
What's it do for the whole unit when you see your quarterback giving up his body to get those tough yards and pick up first down?
It juices up everybody. I mean, when any of your teammates are fighting for extra yards and scrapping and clawing me, it's a physical game, and so when you see your teammates being as physical as possible, it makes you want to give an extra step forward, give that extra effort that your teammates are putting in. So it really just kind of brings everybody's energy levels up and gets you excited to play aggressive.
A lot of fans are focused on the poll and whether you guys should be ranked or not. Is that something that you all think about at all? You talk to each other about?
Not really. We're just focused on winning every game we can. So, I mean, we just want to go 12-0. We want to win next week and win the week after that and just Coach says keep stacking blocks. Stack good days on good days, stack good weeks on good weeks, and that stuff will take care of itself as long as we play our type of football.
How do you keep from, this week or this past week, it's a real big game, emotions, kind of you want to get revenge. This week you're kind of playing against an opponent that you don't have that kind of revenge factor, and they're just coming in, you're favored and all that kind of stuff. How do you kind of keep from being let down?
We just have to keep that momentum rolling. We played well, we executed well, and we had a great week of practice. And like we said earlier, you got to stack good blocks on good blocks. We had a great week of practice last week, and we had a good practice Monday, we had a good practice today, and we're going to come back tomorrow and do the exact same thing and be ready to play.
Like Coach Duke said, you played better this week. What do you feel like you did better in week 2 than week 3?
I feel like I had a better feel for the game in week 2 than I did in week 1. It was my first time actually playing that many snaps before, so like just kind of getting used to the game speed and the way just kind of the flow of the game is different than it is obviously in practice. I hadn't really had that experience before, so I think just being able to build off of week 1 and those good things that happened for us as a team and being able to carry that rhythm into the next week really helped a lot. Just staying in the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and just being a little more used to it.
Being a Kentucky guy, you know this program pretty well, probably more than a lot of your teammates. What did you think of just the crowd and the fan base showing out for that game after a year away and how everything looked on Saturday?
I mean, it was awesome. We always love having our fans there. It just brings all the more energy for us and makes all those big plays even bigger when you can hear the roar of the crowd and when they get involved, especially on big third downs and big scores and things like that. It's just exciting, and it's something that this program hadn't had a lot before in the past, and so we just want to have that atmosphere every game. So we just need to keep winning, keep performing, and be able to do their part.
I just joined here. You probably talked about the fumble recovery.
Yeah.
What was that like, and how did you know